today, Scandinavian Scholastic Center, we are in city of Hämeenlinna in Finland, and we are in the premises of HAMK University of Applied Sciences, and today we are visiting the university and meeting Kia Parttime, the International Marketing Coordinator of HAMK University of Applied Sciences. How are you, Kia?
I'm very good, thank you. It's nice to have you here with us.
Very, very nice to see you after a long break of a COVID pandemic.
Yeah, very long break, yeah.
And this meeting has been a really, really important, and we were waiting for the meeting.
Yeah, me too.
Right. So, how are you coping with COVID, and what are the things going on in the university at the moment?
So I think we are coping pretty well. So Finland has been doing well with the pandemic overall, and here at HAMK University of Applied Sciences, so we have done a lot of different things to cope with the pandemic. So we have moved our studies to online, so we have done online studies, but then the mandatory laboratories and tests and exams, so they are held here on campus. So it's sort of a hybrid strategy. So we have both online and here on campus studies. So far so good. We're trying to make the best out of the situation, but I think it's going pretty well.
HAMK is doing really good job, though the pandemic has attacked a lot.
Yeah.
And Scandinavian Scholastic Center has been the official partner with HAMK to serve Sri Lankan students, to support Sri Lankan students to get into HAMK University of Applied Sciences. We are partners with HAMK for more than 1 year now, so far.
Yeah.
And we are very happy to be partner with HAMK University of Applied Sciences. So, to start our discussion, Kia, could you please give a short brief of HAMK University of Applied Sciences? What is HAMK?
So HAMK is, as said, so University of Applied Sciences. So what that means is that we study in a practical oriented way. So our studies include both theoretical and practical studies, so that the students get the experience of the branch that they are studying or the field that they are studying in. And we're the 8th largest University of Applied Sciences here in Finland, and we have been established in the 1840s. So we're almost 200 years old, but we are yet very competitive and very modern University of Applied Sciences.
So, and could you please tell us why the international students should choose HAMK, and what are the opportunities they get after the graduation of HAMK?
Yeah, so HAMK, so we offer very interesting and very unique degree programs. So there are in total 8 different bachelor's degree programs that we are offering in English. And our curriculum, that's very competitive and very interesting from my point of view. And then we also offer a variety of different teaching methods. So as I said earlier, so the practical oriented studies are a very big part of the degree programs here, and as well as internships, and so that the students get the hands-on experience while they are studying with us. We have 7 different campuses. They are located close by nature. They are very beautiful, very architecturally different, and yeah, it's a good place to study, and there are a lot of different opportunities. We do a close cooperation with the business life. So as said, so students can start building their network from the early on, so that it's easier to find employment afterwards. And that's also one thing that we offer. Students are allowed to work while they are studying, and after they graduate, so they can stay here in Finland for 1 year and search for employment, and I don't know, maybe they find the employment when they are studying already. So there's a lot of different opportunities that we offer to our students, and I think we are a very competitive alternative when it comes to other universities here in Finland.
And you mentioned about the location of HAMK University of Applied Sciences. And Hämeenlinna itself is a very beautiful, it's such a beautiful city with castle, very beautiful castle.
Yeah, we have an old castle, and we have rivers and parks and everything, so it's a beautiful place.
And students can enjoy the environment as well. Anyway, Finland itself is a very beautiful country.
Yeah.
And it has such a amazing environment, and especially HAMK, part of Finland is very beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
Right? And to talk about a bit about the education, Finland offer top-ranked education, like one of the best education system in Finland.
Yeah.
And apart from that, so, and as you mentioned, after the graduation, the students, when students graduate, so do you think that students can find jobs in Finland in the relevant field, in the field of their studies?
Yeah, definitely. I think so. Here in Finland, so as you said, so the education system that's world known, we are ranked as #1 in our education system. So our teaching is high of quality. So that's something that we can guarantee. And when the students get here, so they are studying with the or staying here with the student residence permit. But after they have graduated, so they can stay here for 1 year, and it's called a post-graduate residence permit. And I think they have very, very good chances to find employment here in Finland, especially from the field of engineering and technology. So there's a demand for professionals on that field in Finland. So I see huge opportunities for students from abroad to find employment here in Finland. So definitely a great opportunity for them.
Very nice to hear that.
Yeah.
So, and it means that there's a support from the university part, so university side, from university end after the graduation. When the students get graduated, there's a big support from the university and the guidance from the university.
Yeah, so during the studies, so we like to help our students so that they are able to find internships and start building their networks while they are studying, and that's our way of supporting them after graduation. And we have a very tight alumni network, so our alumni are communicating with each others, and they are offering different kind of employments or just tipping that, hey, we have one position available here in this company. So yeah, we do support our students mainly during the studies, but we do our best to help them after the graduation as well if that's needed. But I think it comes down to the students' own activity, how active they are themselves. So there's they have to be ready to search for the job, and they have to be ready to go into interviews and send applications. But if they are willing to do that, so I'm sure that they will find an employment.
They have to be enthusiastic and they have to be active themselves.
Active themselves, yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So to talk about the present situation, because of this pandemic, global pandemic, from some of the countries, especially from Sri Lanka, students are not able to come to Finland. To start their studies on campus. So therefore the university has offered online studies.
Yeah.
Do you think, with your experience, this online studies, has it been successful so far?
I think we are trying to make the best out of it. So I think it's been quite successful. We understand the challenges that the online studies are not the same as normal studies here on campus, but I think we have done quite a good job. Our teachers are working very hard to cater all the students' need and help them and support them during their studies. So the feedback that we've gotten, so they are the ones who are facing the challenges, but we'll also receive some positive feedback of it. So I think it's been going quite well, so from our point of view.
Yes. To add something, so students were ready to come to Finland and start their studies and start their life there.
Yeah.
So now they have to be Sri Lankan students. They have to be in the country and do studies online, and they have to cooperate with their own life as well.
Yeah.
There should be some difficulties as well. But I know HAMK is doing a pretty good job, and we also have had a very good feedbacks from students.
Oh, that's very good to hear, and I see the challenges here, and I see that it might be very difficult, because if you have thought about coming to Finland and starting your life here and now it's not possible, so I can fully understand it might feel a bit bad or challenging, but we are making the best out of the situation.
Yeah, very, very nice to hear that.
Yeah.
I know too, with our regular contacts, and we talk often and we share informations, and we have got feedbacks from students, and we are very happy about what HAMK is doing at the moment. And apart from these studies, for students to come to Finland, most integral thing is the resident permit.
Yeah.
And it has been so difficult for Sri Lankan students, especially, and some other countries as well.
Yeah.
So, and immigration is a bit slow with making the decision.
Yeah.
And I know myself, HAMK has got involved to find a solution.
Yeah.
So could you tell our students what are the involvements of the university, especially HAMK,
Yeah.
to find a solution for this?
Yes, so HAMK and some other higher education institutions here in Finland, so they have gathered a group together with Finnish authorities so that they can work with the residence permit issues that the students are facing when they are trying to apply for the residence permit. So we have the authorities, and now we have direct contact with the authorities, and we can explain that, okay, our students are facing these and these difficulties, so that they will get the knowledge to the authorities that, hey, this is the problem and here is where the problem lies, so that we can tackle these problems and we can improve them the best way possible. But it's direct contact between the higher institutions and higher education institutions and the authorities of Finland. And we truly hope that we can make some progress and that we will find the solutions and make it happen as soon as possible, because we are welcoming our students here from abroad, but if they cannot get the residence permit, so it's impossible for them to get here.
Yeah, I'm very glad to hear that the universities, and especially HAMK, our partner university,
Yeah.
has got involved in this matter and tried to find a solution.
Yeah.
Though the process is slow,
Yeah.
and we are going towards the firm solution.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Alright.
So we have to find a solution that will last then for the future as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the pandemic lasts for a long time.
Yeah, we hope that it doesn't, but
Yeah.
we have to be prepared.
Yes. Now the application period of 2021 intake is almost over.
Yeah.
Students are preparing for immigration process.
Yeah.
So and could you just tell us something about the scholarships and concessions of the programs and newly introduced courses for 2022 intake?
Yeah, definitely. So the concessions that we have, so that's basically 9,700 euros per academic year, and usually our programs last for 4 years. And the scholarships that we offer, so there are 2 scholarships, and they are both tied to studying Finnish language. So we want to encourage our students to learn Finnish. That will help them to integrate to the Finnish society and find employment and just get on with their everyday life. And the amount of the scholarships are altogether 9,700 euros, which is basically 1 year for free. So the students go to courses that we offer for free for them, and if they pass the course, so they will be granted the scholarship. Basically an easy peasy process, so nothing's too dramatical right there. And for the academic intake of 2022, so we are planning to add some master's degree programs to our international programs, but that's something that we are still working on, so more information will be coming on that later on.
So we are waiting for that
Yeah.
new and good information, because
Yeah.
there are so many students who are looking for master programs
Yeah.
in Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
And also you added the in your expression you added about the language.
Yeah.
So most of the students, what they ask, do we need to have the language already to come to Finland?
No, definitely not. No, Finland is a quite hard language, to be quite honest. And when the students are arriving here, so they don't have to know any Finnish. So all the degree programs, everything is conducted in English, and we are doing our best to help them to learn Finnish, and that's through the courses that we offer. And in the everyday life, we can try to teach them a word or two in Finnish, but they don't have to know anything when they are arriving here.
The common question of students when they come to us would be part-time jobs. How much a student can work when the students get to Finland, and how many hours they can work in a week, and also the opportunities of having part-time jobs in the area. So can you tell us something about the...
Yeah, definitely. So basically, according to the residence permit for students, so the students are allowed to work 25 hours per week during their studies. And it's quite common for our students to have part-time jobs when they are studying with us. And there are part-time jobs here in Finland for international students as well, and they don't have to know the Finnish either when they are studying part-time jobs. And I think here it comes down to the students' own how active they are to find the jobs. But Yeah, I think the post office, some factories, supermarkets, and they are really looking for people to work with them part-time. So that's few opportunities that the students have, but they might be lucky and find something else as well. But yeah, that's totally a possibility for our
Fast
students.
food restaurants and
Yeah.
cleaning jobs.
Cleaning jobs, restaurants, yeah, just like that. Yeah.
And cleaning jobs pay pretty well. So
Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Yeah.
that will be a very good option for students as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and what is the part of the university? So are there any guidance of searching for part-time jobs?
Yeah, we actually do have one office here that helps students to find part-time jobs. It's aimed for students to find internships places as well as part-time jobs. So the companies connect our office, and then we connect the offices to our students, and vice versa. Students can connect us, and then we can connect companies. So we do help students to find employment and internships, definitely.
Now we can answer those students frankly. University support students.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that university find a job for those students, but university guides students to find jobs.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good way to put it.
It's very, very nice.
Yeah.
So what's about the life in Finland as a student, apart from the studies,
Yeah.
out of the university?
Yeah.
So could you just tell us, because you are Finnish,
Yeah.
so you have been living here for whole your life.
Yeah.
And also you are with international students.
Yeah.
And this is your life now.
This is my life.
Yeah, you know well. Could you tell us? This is kind of a common question. So what would be the life for students in Finland?
Yeah. So if we don't consider the pandemic that's going on now, and if we talk about the normal life, so the students, we have the student union, and they organize a lot of different events and parties for our students. So there's a lot of happening during the week and weekends. And then otherwise than that, so I think in Finland, so outdoors is a big thing. Sports, activities, outdoors, that's one thing that our students really enjoy doing. And there are a lot of different clubs and unions that offer free time activities such as crafts, music, games and stuff like that. So it's anything that you are interested in. And in Finland, so if you join the student union, you will get the student discounts on everything. So you will get the discounted prices on all the clubs and activities and everything, even the public transportation. So it's easy to travel here in Finland, go to Helsinki, the capital of Finland, travel and see places. But I think here in Finland, so we do have a lot of different opportunities. And since we have 4 different seasons, so you can, in the winter, you can do the winter sports, go skiing or skating or downhill skiing. And during the summer, so you can play football, go for a swim, go to a sauna and everything. So there's a lot of different things. And I think with our international students, so we have quite a nice community with our international students. So usually they come up with stuff to do. They sort of organize these events or evenings when they get together and do something fun together. So I don't think the free time will be a problem here in Finland at all.
Yes, statistically, Finland is known to be on the top when we talk about outdoor events.
Yeah.
So Finns are very active.
Yeah.
Finns life is with the nature.
Yeah, definitely.
And Finns are nature lovers.
Yeah.
So, and to integrate even, if international students want to integrate in Finland, so best thing to follow Finns.
Yeah, that's the nice thing. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's, Finns activities and outdoor activities. Even Finland is very popular for lots of sports.
Yeah. Ice hockey is a big thing. Football is a big thing. I think there's a lot of different sports, and I think everything is big here in Finland.
Yeah, Finland has its own its own sports like pesäpallo.
Yeah, pesäpallo. Yeah, that's one very Finnish thing that we have.
Yes, and pesäpallo is kind of a similar. We Sri Lankans also got a game of. Very similar game of pesäpallo.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. So Kia, you told us about these PSW, post-study working visas.
Yeah.
And after the graduation, student get 1 year post-study working visa.
Yeah.
So could you just tell us, so what are the steps of if a student want to stay in Finland and continue life in Finland?
Yeah.
So what are the steps? Further steps if a student should take?
I think after graduation, so they can apply for the postgraduate residence permit, and that's for 1 year. And if they want to stay, what we hope, they want to stay here in Finland for a longer time, so they can apply for a residence permit, for example, on the basis of employment. So if they have found an employment, so that's good enough reason for them to get a permanent residence permit, so that they can stay here in Finland. I think that's one of the most common ways of staying here in Finland. But in order to get the residence permit, so you have to have an employment. So you have to show to our authorities that you have a valid reason to stay here in Finland.
Okay.
There's a lot of good information about that on MyCree's pages, so mycree.fi. So there's a lot of information about the residence permit and how to do the process in simple steps.
Okay. To make it a bit clear, once the students get graduated, so do they have to have a permanent job to get PSW, post-study working visa?
No, when they graduate, so the postgraduate residence permit, so that's just on the basis of graduation. Just that they have graduated, and that 1 year is basically meant for the students to find employment. So they have 1 year time to find the employment, and then after the 1 year they have to have the employment to get the permanent residence permit.
Yes, and student, for example, bachelor degree, 3.5 years or 4 years, they have a time to find a job throughout that time as well.
Yeah.
And then they can just continue, and then, normally Finland, after 3 months, there are lots of opportunities, there are lots of chances you to get your job permanent.
Yeah. There is a lot of different options for that, and if you are active, as said earlier, if you're active and you're doing your job well, so you will find the employment, no worries.
There are various talented students, there are various skilled field of students come to Finland from different countries. So we are not just talking about Sri Lanka, from around the world.
Yeah.
And they have different skills. They are good in different fields.
Yeah.
So what are the strategies Finland has got to keep these students in Finland?
That's actually a very hot topic here in Finland at the moment, because in Finland, so we are looking for talented people from abroad, since our own working force, we don't have enough workers here in Finland, especially with different kind of talents. So that's something that we have had discussions about, and I think one of the biggest things is to ease up the residence permit process, so that it's easier for talented people to stay here in Finland, as well as changing the organization culture so that we can implement English as a language all of our organizations, so that it's easier for international talent to stay here in Finland. So I think that's one of the big things, and just to change the culture so that we Finns would understand the importance of international talents for us, because we actually need them and we have a demand for them. So I think that's one of the big things, easing up the residence permit system, as well as changing the organization culture so that it invites and welcomes the international talent, so that they want to stay here in Finland. And well, Finland is the world's happiest country, so that as it is one of the reasons for them to stay here in Finland. But we are working on that, and we are doing our best to make the life here in Finland as easy as possible for international talents.
We have many students who would like to come to Finland with families, for example, spouse and kids. So once, for example, if a family with one child and spouse come to Finland, so what is the lifestyle for them? What they can have in Finland?
So when students come here with children or a spouse or both, so the kids are able to go to free daycare and free school, free education here in Finland if they are low on income, and the spouse is able to work full time. So there are a lot of different opportunities for families as well, and I think Finland is quite safe country, so it's safe for the families to stay here, residents here in Finland, and we are sort of family friendly country as well, so it's easy for them. And as said, as the education and daycare is free, so that's also one very big thing for them, and how we support the families.
That is very special part of Finland.
And
significant part of Finland.
Yeah, and so, something we are very proud of.
Yeah, families support and social security is very high in Finland.
Yeah.
And families are welcome to Finland too.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. And then Scandinavian Scholastic Center is the official partner of HAMK University of Applied Sciences. We are based in Sri Lanka and Finland.
Yeah.
So, can you just introduce us, Scandinavian Scholastic Center, to our students?
Definitely. So Scandinavian Scholastic Center is our trusted partner, and we have been working with them for a year now. And we have been very, very happy to work with them, and I think our cooperation has been very successful so far. So we are very happy to work with them, and we are really looking forward to a future partnership and continuing the successful partnerships in the future as well.
Since our target and our core policy is trust,
Yeah.
and being reliable,
Yeah.
to both ends.
Yeah.
So to our service providers and also to our students. So it is very easy. Finland is known to be the most trusted country and
Yeah.
trusted nation in the world.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we Scandinavian Scholastic Center has absorbed that part also from Finland.
That's very good.
So we are very, very happy to work with HAMK.
Yeah, yeah.
And I will add this also in our discussion. And what HAMK expect from Scandinavian Scholastic Center, and could you just expand your explanation about the role of Scandinavian Scholastic Center in Sri Lanka or globally?
Well, I think what we expect from Scandinavian Scholastic Center is that that the company increases our visibility in Sri Lanka, so that there will be more Sri Lankan students who know about us and consider us as a potential study destination. And also we expect you to bring some of the students with us so that you support them throughout the whole process. And I think your role in Sri Lanka for us is to work as sort of main source of information of us there in Sri Lanka, so that you can support the students and you can provide truthful information about us and truthful help with the application process, admission process, coming to Finland and everything. Then that's something that we trust with you. We trust that you provide the truthful information, and it's been working very well for the past year. So yeah.
I'm very, very glad to hear that.
Yeah.
And also Sri Lankan students, I should tell that HAMK will be in Sri Lanka, and Kia will be in Sri Lanka hopefully with us. We are arranging awareness programs for our Sri Lankan students who are willing to come to Finland for studies. And you will see Kia and HAMK in Sri Lanka soon. Hopefully after pandemic.
So. After the pandemic, we hope so.
Yes. As whole world knows, Finland offers one of the best, I would say the best education system of all.
Yeah.
In whole world.
Yeah.
And also not only that, statistically Finland is on the top of so many facts.
Yeah.
So for example, the best governed, most trusted politicians,
Yeah.
least corrupted police.
Yeah, the happiest people in the world.
We should add that.
Yeah.
Most happiest people in the world.
Yeah.
And also the most environmental friendly, and also most forest per capita in whole in Europe.
Yeah.
And there are so many things if you search in internet.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and could you tell us what Finland offers for bachelor students, not only for master students? There are some discussions that students shouldn't be coming to Finland for bachelors because they say this is expensive and this is a waste of time. But as I see, there are loads of scholarships programs and as well as early bird discounts. And what students can have, what are the advantages of coming to Finland for bachelor programs?
Well, I think Finland is a good starting point for the career, because I see bachelor's degree as a starting point of one's career. So coming to Finland and starting your bachelor's degree and your career here in Finland, so that itself is an advantage. If you get a bachelor's degree from HAMK, from our university, so that's internationally recognized. So once you graduate, so with that certificate you are able to work here in Finland, but also in the whole world. So there's endless possibilities after graduation. And as mentioned, so when you are studying a bachelor's degree here in Finland, so in our education system we work very practical oriented, so you start building your networks while you are studying. So that's a great advantage for you if you think about your career and the connections you can build during your studies. So I think it's important that you take your bachelor's degree seriously and you take everything you get out of it, and it's a very good starting point to start your educational career and your professional career as well.
Yes, and also there are lots of scholarship programs and also early bird discounts.
Yeah,
first year
definitely.
and the second year.
Yeah,
So financial wise also it is a good thing to
Yeah.
come to Finland, and it is in comparison to other countries it is more cheaper.
It is, yeah, if you compare the big nations such as US or UK or even Europe. So I think our prices are very competitive. I don't think they are as high, they are much cheaper than in the bigger nations. So if you think about getting the best education in the world for a lower price, so why not? So that's just the smart thing to do.
And quality education and quality life.
Yeah, definitely, that one as well.
and as a foreigner, I live here in Finland
Yeah.
for 8 years. This
Yeah.
is my 9th year. I'm a citizen of Finland now.
Yeah.
And I have traveled in so many countries. I have traveled to so many countries. But whenever I go, after 1 week, I'm in rush to come back to Finland.
Yeah,
So
me too.
that's Finland has offered.
Yeah.
As an international student, as a foreigner.
Yeah.
So I could share my experience also with our students.
Yeah, definitely, you should.
Thank you very much, Kia, for giving us this valuable opportunity in this pandemic time. We are hoping to make our collaboration strong even in the future, and there are so many things coming up with HAMK, and we have so many plans. Even at the moment, Sri Lankan students via Scandinavian Scholastic Center are studying in HAMK University of Applied Science, and so many are waiting to get to Finland to start their studies on campus. Thank you very much for today, and we will meet another day.
Yeah, thank you for coming here, and thank you for having this interview with me, and we truly hope that the Sri Lankan students come here as soon as possible.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.